Okay, so I finished painting my paper. It's nice and blue. It looks like the ocean. It's going to be a great background for my fish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge, and I don't want to get a lot of paint on here. I'm going to take it, this is kind of like printing with the sponge. So I'm going to take it, I don't want a lot of paint, okay? I don't want it globbed up. I'm just going to take it, and now it's kind of fun. You just kind of get to stamp it on there. And this just adds texture to our paper. Again, you don't want to get too much on there, okay? I'm going to dip it in that little part that I had it dipped in a minute ago. This might look like bubbles in the water for our fish. And it just adds some more of that color. It adds texture. It's going to make it look really cool. Might look kind of odd today, but once we add our fish on top of our blue paper next week, it's going to look awesome. So now I need a little bit more blue paint. Remember, I'm not getting a lot, just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to just stamp it, and I'm just going to do this all over my paper. You want to do this, you don't want to take too much time to do this because we want to have time to draw our fish here in a minute. So I'm stamping it. I'm getting a little bit of paint, and I'm kind of putting it over here so that I can spread it around on my sponge. So see, I've got it on my sponge there. And I'm just stamping. Do that all over my paper. It's going to make it maybe look like the water's moving to give it that texture. Get a little bit more paint when I start running out of paint and it starts not being as bold. I just get a little bit more paint. And there we have it. I'm all done. And I have a really cool textured piece of paper. I'm going to hold it up for you. Now, where do you think I need to put this piece of paper? I hope you said the drying rack. If you did, you're right. So you're going to put this on the drying rack. When you're done putting this on the drying rack, you're going to get your brown sheet of paper. And you're going to get your Sharpie. And you're going to draw a fish. One thing I want you to do is be sure that you use your whole brown sheet of paper. I don't want to see any little fish like that. That's not good. We want to draw big because we have a big sheet of blue paper and the fish in the ocean are big. So, what I like to do is I like to start by drawing a big, long C shape, just like that. And then I like to draw a triangle that connects. So I'm going to draw a big triangle, and that's the fin. Then if I wanted to add other fins, I could. So fish a lot of times have a bottom fin. Add 2 of those. And then, see, I'm drawing it. It kind of looks upside down to you. Then fish have a top fin sometimes, so I'm going to draw a top fin. So get creative. You're the artist. And that's all we're going to do. If you want to draw an eye for your fish, you could just draw a circle and a circle inside of it. But that's all you really need to do today. If you wanted to draw a mouth, you could draw a mouth. And maybe a gill. Okay? But that's it. All right? And your fish does not have to look like this. Next week, we're going to print the scales on here with celery. And I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. But that's all we're doing today. So I'm really excited for this project. It's going to be fun. I know y'all loved printing with Legos. I wanted to let y'all print again. So let's make our rainbow fish and our water. You definitely need to get your water done today. If you don't get to this part, drawing your fish, that's okay. All right, let's go to our seat. You can dance while I pass out materials.